Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to the greetings show.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Mimsy Vids. I am Marwa aka Mimsy, and yes, it's true. I was a presenter for a few shows on Islam channel. I can't stop laughing at this. I just find this so cringy and like So this particular show that I'm going to show you some pieces of, which is so cringy and embarrassing. Oh my god, why am I doing this? This is so funny though. It's just so funny. I just had to share it with you guys because I am kind of like in the process of moving, so I'm kind of like packing stuff up and going through some things, and I came across this old footage. I have actually quite a few, so if you want to see more, I don't know if I'm going to put myself through that again, but it's really cringy. But I was 15 on shooting this particular one, and this show, and I did various shows with Islam channel. I did mainly like celebration kind of ones, so like we did this call-in show quite a few times. We did it like for Eid, for Ramadan. In fact, I did like a quiz during Ramadan, which was like every day of Ramadan at iftar time. So when people broke their fast, I was on the screen like doing a quiz and kind of, yeah, it's a whole thing. But I was from the age of 15 to about 17. I kind of just popped in and out to do like random shows with them. In fact, I was actually asked to do some other show, but I was going to uni, and it was more to do with like women's issues and like women in Islam and like women coming together, which I kind of wish I was part of, or I wish I could be part of now. But yeah, anyway, I ended up not doing that because I moved out for uni, but I was very, very involved in like the Muslim community as a whole in various things. But yeah, I will show you some clips from when I was literally a teenager on Islam channel. So this was New Year's Eve, just to set it up, and we did this show, as I said, on like special occasions, and we'd have people call in and do like whatever they want on the call-in show. They could sing us a nasheed. Most of the time we just got like little kids, just whatever. It was really awkward, to be honest with you, most of the time.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to the greetings show. For you guys that don't know what this show is about, basically you guys call in and give us your greetings, or you can sing us a nasheed, or you can read some Quran. Or even better, if you guys have been on Hajj, please call in and tell us what the experience was like, because me and Jahan have no idea, and like we really would like to know, so please call in.
So it's not yet the Islamic New Year, but we thought we'd provide you with a halal alternative rather than watching the fireworks or whatever else is on today. We thought you could phone us up, tell us what you've been doing in the holidays, what you're planning to do. If any of you lot got exams, let us know when they're up, because I've got exams in January.
I don't actually.
So I have to spend all my holidays revising, so it's not really much fun. So you lot tell us what you're doing.
Absolutely, so call in.
And we've got our first caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. She's very quiet.
Well, what's your name, darling?
Kawthar.
Kawthar. Where are you calling from?
From North London.
North London, cool. How old are you?
7.
7. Oh. Okay, do you want to sing us a nasheed? What do you want to do?
Sing and read.
Wow, two things.
Two things. That one's a very talented girl.
Okay, do you want to start?
Should we count her in?
Allahu
she's on.
Rabbi, Allahu Rabbi, fa'budu. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بتقواها.
Recitation was beautiful.
So good, mashallah.
Because they're improving their voices.
And they're all really young, and they're like so like really good, mashallah. God, they should come on Islam channel instead of us, and you know.
Exactly. Take the show.
Palestine, 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 always on my mind.
What song are you singing?
Give thanks to Allah.
Give
I
thanks
know
to
that
Allah.
one.
Okay. Do you want to sing along with him?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead then.
Give thanks to Allah for the moon and the stars. Praising all day for what is, what and what was. Take hold of your iman, don't give it to Shaitan.
Take hold of your iman, don't give in to shaitan. That was a tune. I'm sorry. Am I the only one that loved nasheeds as a kid? I'm sure there's Muslim kids out there who loved them. They were cool. No, probably not. They're probably not cool at all. But that one, I liked that one. Give thanks to Allah for the moon and the stars, praising all day for what is and what was. I think that's Zayn Bika. But yeah, I still remember all the nasheeds, like, I remember these like so many times when these kids were singing, I wanted to like burst out singing, like, yeah, like rock out to them. We would kind of mumble sing sometimes, but we felt like we couldn't sing because Islamically your singing voice, like a girl's singing voice, is her awra as well, which is like a part of your beauty as well. So your beauty is supposed to be completely hidden and your voice is actually something that's also beautiful. So singing is beautiful, so a woman can't sing.
Okay, so it's the new year, and as we know, everyone's going out and celebrating, and it's not actually an Islamic holiday.
Yeah.
But me and Jahan were thinking that we could make it sort of to our advantage, so we could sort of, because we're all sitting at home right now, it's our holidays, so we could, make New Year's resolutions and just improve us as people, better Muslims, improve our iman. Did you hear about that Sahaba that like he used to, every time he prayed, he kept reading it, and like
after every...
No, but he like after every Fatiha, he just always read like Qul Huwallahu Ahad, like he always read that. And
I didn't hear that.
The Prophet was like, why do you always read it? And he was like, oh, I just love it so much. And the Prophet was like, oh, mashallah, he really loves Allah so much. And it was like, I thought it was really cute. I always remember that when I...
Yeah, it is.
So sometimes we wouldn't just have kids calling. We actually had people calling to tell us off. I couldn't find... There was one I had in my mind particularly, but it must not have been this show. It must have been another show. But there was a caller that told us off about the New Year's thing. So I'll show you that in 2 seconds. But we did have people call in and say... sister, why are you wearing makeup? Why are you on the TV? This is totally haram. Like, they would call in and say that to us, and we'd be like, oh, like, I can't even remember what we said, but it was so uncomfortable. That happened quite a few times where guys would call in, and it was guys. I can't remember if there was maybe a girl. I remember it being guys calling in and saying this is haram, like, obviously men watch this and they shouldn't be seeing you. In fact, one guy wasn't even talking about makeup. He was like, you guys are sisters, you shouldn't be on the TV. I remember thinking, as a Muslim woman, thinking like, who the hell? I was like, if I wasn't monitored right now by Islam Channel, I would go off on one. But like I had to, and I was quite young, so I kind of didn't want to get in trouble, and I was kind of trying to maintain composure, and I think we kind of just laughed it off somehow. But anyway, I'll show you a clip of this guy that kind of just told us that, like, we shouldn't be celebrating because it's Christian New Year, and like, why are we celebrating it?
Have we got another call on the line?
Hello?
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Welcome from?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from London.
From London, okay. Have you got a greeting?
Sorry?
Have you got a greeting for us?
No.
What do you want to do today?
I just want to make a small point. Because there's little children watching the show?
Yeah.
Because this is like the Christian New Year.
Yeah, of course, we mentioned that earlier on in the show.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you should like celebrate the Muslim one, which is like Muharram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know when the Muharram year is?
Yeah, it started already. Well, it's going to start in a couple of days, isn't it?
I think so, I'm not sure. Oh, hello.
I think we
Simon?
lost the call, but great point. We will be celebrating.
Of course, absolutely.
We're celebrating it all.
Oh, yeah. So don't worry about that, yeah. But
Islam
thank you
New
for
Year's,
that
everything.
point.
Everyone was really nice, but I did have this feeling at Islam Channel and like the mosque, and like whenever I was around, kind of, it was more Salafi people that made me feel like this. I feel like I hung out with some Sufi people who didn't so much make me feel like this. But when I hung out with the kind of literalist Muslims, which is probably a lot in England anyway, that's kind of the majority, I would say, maybe in London. But they do kind of make you feel uncomfortable when you're a woman, like especially at that time when I wore makeup. I had a bit of barely anything really, not like compared to now. Like now I'm like I know a bit more about makeup, but back then it was just like a bit of eyeliner. You know, I'd wear apparently big, huge, chunky necklaces and whatever I was wearing, you know, nice clothes. And I would feel like, you know, there's this thing, and I know other women feel this, when the guy, like, he looks down, obviously because you're supposed to, like, the guys are supposed to lower their gaze. But I don't know if this affects you guys, and I felt this. There was one guy that used to be at Islam Channel, like, in the studios, and I always felt like, you know, because I was wearing makeup and maybe because I had a nice scarf on, and one day I remember coming in like pink, and I remember it kind of made him particularly like way more uncomfortable. I think they tried to have more women on set when there were women being filmed, but there was one guy who was kind of in charge, and I think he just had to be there because he knew what he was doing with a lot of the stuff. So when he was there, like, it was just really awkward. Like, you know, I'm sure you guys know, I know there's girls out there who feel it. You feel suddenly really uncomfortable, like you're naked or something, because they'll look down and be like, oh yeah, sister, so like, do you want to go over there? Like, go, basically just go stand over there. And you're like, oh, okay, okay. And you just, I mean, I was only like 15 at the time, 16, whatever. Like, I was literally just a teenager, and like, you know, I don't know, it's a weird thing. And as I said, this is throughout my kind of experience. Even now, I feel I obviously come across Muslim guys still, because I'm still very much within a kind of in and out of a kind of Muslim community. So, you know, I experienced that, where they're really, really like not wanting to look at you and keep this divide. But for me, I mean, maybe some women love that. For me, it makes me really uncomfortable, because then I feel really like, oh, like, am I doing something weird? I kind of want the respect of like looking at me. Like, it's okay to look at me. Like, I'm sure you're not gonna die and like go crazy. Even if someone is good looking, you're not gonna be like, oh my god, like I can't handle it, that's it. Like, I just don't understand why it's a big deal. But anyway, I remember feeling that in the Islam Channel studios, just feeling like a little bit awkward. So to all those people who think I'm a fake Muslim, literally 15 years old on Islam Channel. Anyway guys, I thought I'd just show you that. It made me laugh, and I thought it would, you know, make you guys laugh too, basically, at me, which is okay. But anyway, if you are new to this channel and you're wondering why I left Islam, I do have a whole video on that. I have a video on my views on hijab. I have my videos on everything to do with Islam and my journey, because it's my journey and it's my story, and it's just my thoughts on everything I've been through and experienced and learnt. So if you'd like to know more, definitely check out my videos. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Stay in touch. Mwah!